Hey guys, so this is the tutorial that I am going to be bringing to you guys today. As you can see, it's the Black Swan makeup when Natalie Portman was in Black Swan. Um, so yeah, I have like I just have pantyhose that I cut and I put over my hair because that's usually what I put on when I do tutorials. Um, but if you want, you can always slick your hair back like she has in the picture. I didn't have a crown like on hand, so I couldn't do that part. But yeah, so this is the finished look. It's pretty easy. You don't need that many things. You probably have these things in your house already. You're going to see that I did have a little bit of difficulty with the face paint that I put on my eyes. The reason for that was I really didn't want to use a gel liner because I'm going to take this off right after I'm done with this video because I need to film another one. But it was a little it wasn't runny, it was a little dry, and it wasn't coming out as opaque as I wanted it to. But I was going to set it with black shadow anyway, so you can do that if you guys do have face paint, or you can use gel liner as well. And any lipstick on my teeth? Okay. And then like at the end, I did put two beauty marks. I know that she has one here, but I have two on my face. They're right here. But sometimes when I wear like such heavy foundation and powder, I do have to like sometimes like just put a little dot over them so you can still see them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. And if you want to know how I did this tutorial, keep on watching. Thanks, guys. So right now, all I'm doing is I'm putting some of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer all over. And then right after this, I'm going to be applying some Revlon Photo Ready Foundation in Ivory with a little bit of the new white mix from Makeup Forever. It makes the foundation a little bit lighter, and I wanted it a little lighter since Natalie Portman is so fair in the picture for the Black Swan poster. So I just wanted it a little lighter, and then I'm blending that in with a Soho New York beauty sponge. It's kind of like the Beauty Blender, except it's much cheaper, and it does the job just the same. The next thing I'm applying is the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. I forgot what color it's in because the color has rubbed off, but it's great. So I'm just putting that under my eyes. I'm putting it a little bit on my nose, a little bit around my mouth, and I don't remember if I put it around my lips, I mean around my nose, but I'm pretty sure I did. And then I'm going in with a concealer that's slightly peach, and I'm putting that right over the Kat Von D concealer. And then after that, I'm also applying, which I'm applying right now, is the it's a Mary Kay powder foundation. I'm not sure what color it's in, but I'm just using that with a travel size Bobbi Brown blush brush. The next thing I'm using is my Cinema Secrets palette. I believe this is number 9. Um, and I'm just using that with a Real Techniques foundation brush, and I'm just using one of the colors, which it's much darker than my skin tone, just to contour a little bit on my cheekbones and my nose to make it a little thinner like Natalie Portman's. Now what I'm doing is I'm using a little bit of Too Faced Shadow Insurance just to prime my eyes. And then after that, I'm going to go in with NYX's Wonder Pencil. It's like a fleshy toned pencil, and I'm putting that in on my waterline. Okay, so the next thing I'm doing is just tracing out the shape that I want on my eyes. I started using one pencil. It's really, really thin. The only thing is it ran out right as I was doing like the shaping. So I just switched it to a color stay pencil. And then once I finish that, I'm going to go in with some black face paint. I sprayed it with Fix Plus just to wet it a little bit to fill it in. you're more than welcome to use gel liner, or you can even use the NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencils in Black Bean. That would be a great base too. And then after I'm done with that, I'm just filling it in with some black eyeshadow. And I'm using the black in the Naked palette. So that is what I'm going to be doing next. Okay, so as I said at the beginning of the tutorial, I am using a little bit of black face paint over my eyes just to fill in the shape that we had done earlier. The only thing is I feel with this black face paint, even though I did wet it with Fix Plus or even with water, it does drag a little bit and it's not as opaque as I would like for it to be. I went over it with black shadow, which I would have done anyway, even if I would have used gel liner. So it just sets it better in the long run. It'll last longer. So yeah, just so you guys know, it probably will be a little bit easier if you use like a gel liner or a NYX eyeshadow pencil in maybe like Black Bean or something like that. Those are options that you do have. So yeah, just like experiment with what you think would work best for you. And if you want, practice this before any of those costume parties come up so you can get your look down packed. And right here, like I had said before, I'm just applying some black shadow over the top of the face paint. The black shadow is from the Naked palette. It's really, really, really opaque and it's pure black. And I think it's the blackest eyeshadow I've ever used. I'm very happy with it. Another one that you can probably use is Carbon by MAC or the black from Inglot. That one's really good too. The only thing is it has a lot of fallout. But if I had to choose, I would probably use the black from the Naked palette by Urban Decay. So yeah. If you feel that the shape isn't to your liking, you can always go over it again with a little bit of that face paint or your black eyeliner and then just go over it again with the black eyeshadow and then your shape should be looking good like I did right here. I wasn't happy because one of the sides was a little bit thinner than the other, so I just went over it with that black face paint and the black shadow and it was looking a lot more symmetrical. And now as you can see, I'm taking a liquid liner in silver just to make the little flecks in her mask. So you guys can use this or you can use a silver eyeshadow or I mean the best bet would probably be a silver liquid liner because it's just easier and it's a lot faster than going in with eyeshadow. And right now, all I'm doing is going back in with that color that I used to contour from the Cinema Secrets number 9 palette, and just darkening it up a little bit. And then the next thing I'm going to be doing is putting on some like raspberry magenta-y color. It's kind of shiny, and then I'm going in with like a darker, plummy color over the top of that, and leaving like the middle of my bottom lip not bare, but just with that first color that we used. And then I'm using a little bit of gloss just right in the middle of my bottom lip. And the next thing I'm going to be doing is just darkening up the natural beauty marks that I have with that same black pencil. And that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed.